it's even worse for Europe when you say, because the living standards of Europeans might be a little better because some of the countries are welfare states, but the governments are like really broke. How can you like give like billions of dollars to the welfare of your country when you don't have any money yourself? So Europe is going to have even a bigger problem because the population decline that is happening. There's less children who have to afford, there's less children and more people who are elderly. So all of the money that is going to be spent on the elderly people, who's going to pay for that? That money uh, has to come from the taxes that are collected by from the young people who are doing their 9 to 5 jobs, who are in the ages between 25 to like 55, and they have less of these people and more of the older people. And same thing, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the next financial bubble which is going to burst, and it's like 60 times bigger than the 2008 financial crisis, and it's like a $5.9 trillion financial
Hmm.
bubble
Someone
that
else
is.
had something.
You have
Yeah.
okay. What do you want to add?
Yeah, I was just, I wanted to just put out this thought that you were just mentioning that this woman said that the US has bailed out Argentina with so many billions of dollars, and that the US has also given billions of dollars to Ukraine for their war with Russia, and then the US is also giving so many weapons, billions of dollars of aid and weapon to Israel for its war. And then they're also spending billions of dollars to upgrade their weapons because China is having such an upgrade in their military. So just to balance that off, they are also spending a lot, billions and billions on upgrading their own militaries, and then they are spending billions and billions on high end technology like the AI and these other things, this social media things, the Facebook, YouTube, all these things are also their assets because through these social media platforms they control the psychology and this the thing of the whole global community. So when they are doing all those big high end things, they're actually taking away from the like needed healthcare and the needed food supply that their people need. And that's not only happening in the US or Canada, it's also happening in UK. You were just saying that some of these countries are welfare states. UK is also a welfare state, but I've heard that they are giving for simple medical treatments, they are giving 6 months later dates because they cannot afford to like do all that. So this thing, when the global elite, the global ruling class, they are playing their big games, and they are working on new wars and military equipments, billions of dollars worth, then you not only bring inequality in all your societies, but you make for a very, very unjust global environment, which is totally biased, totally unjust, and humanity has to suffer so much because all these elite, politician class and the elite business class, these people have to like earn so much that the whole humanity has to suffer.
It's not the top 1% who have like 90% of the world's wealth. It's even less than that. It's like 20 families or 15 families, and all the world's wealth is concentrated in their hands. And the the greatest Ponzi scheme was the creation of Federal Reserve Bank back in 2020, 1913.
Mhm.
And the Federal Reserve Bank is like a private entity. And although it's like a hybrid private public entity, but it has uh, uh, it has destroyed the whole of the world because the Federal Reserve Bank can print any amount of money, and don't have they can print money out of thin air, and they have been doing so since 1970s, since the Bretton Woods agreements. And back when in 1913, the world didn't know that the Federal Reserve Bank would be such a big devastation to the whole world. Although the Federal Reserve Bank was created to manipulate all the Americans, but then America, after the Second World War, became the most powerful nation. All of the manufacturing and all of the industry was in America, and America was the top exporter. And there was a golden time in American history when you would have been better being born in the middle class of the American than rather being born in a rich Asian family. Because even if you were a rich Asian family, a boy or a girl, you couldn't like really get the best education. You couldn't like really get the best technology. You couldn't like really prosper the way the middle class Americans would have. But then what happens that as all empires fall, the fall of America starts happening, and they go off the dollar system. They go on these expensive wars, war in Vietnam, war in Iraq, war with Afghanistan, war with all these other countries that they have totally decimated. And these wars cost them trillions and trillions of dollars. And then there's also that Asia is building itself back again, and Asia is getting better. So the all of the GDP of the world cannot just be concentrated in America, because all the rest of the world is waking up, and it's been like 70, 80 years since the world